Baby shark, doo doo doo.
Oh, I have the wrong camera on. Hold on 1 sec.
Baby.
Thank you.
Are we on?
How does it look?
Yeah. I think we're good.
Is it working?
Hi!
Is it working?
Wait, is there people there?
Good.
There's 57 people.
What?
Hi guys.
Oh no.
Hola, bienvenidos.
Welcome to the live stream. If you guys can tell us if you can hear us or if you can see us and everything looks okay, just let us know because we can't see or hear anything. So I'm just gonna wait for you guys to make sure that everything's okay, and then we'll be going.
Sadie says hi.
Can see and hear. Looks good. All right, perfect. Yeah, we're coming at you from a phone with a little microphone plugged into it. We're in the coffee lab. As you guys can tell, we're not up at the roastery. And we got the whole crew with us. We got Rodrigo.
Hola.
We got Arturo. We got Sadie for now.
We'll see how she does.
We'll see how long she hangs
I might
on.
be in and out.
And we got Kaylee for now. We'll see how long she hangs on before nap time. Just want to say what's up to all you guys, to Bo and Janet and Carrie, John, Bjorn Svensson. Just want to say what's up to you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. So today, as some of you guys may know, we're going to be roasting coffee. We have our setup over here, ready to go. We're going to be roasting some coffee in a little bit. So if any of you guys bought the roast your own coffee kit, we're going to be giving you a little tutorial on how to roast at home. Well, Arturo is.
Well, we all are. Kaylee did an amazing job with the previous video.
Uh-huh.
You see that? So if you guys haven't checked it out, you can check it out later after the live. And today we're probably going to be being a little bit more picky about it.
I couldn't believe when we talked about the roast your own coffee kit, and I, kind of pitched the idea to Arturo. I'm like, hey, what if I think this might be kind of fun. I was shocked that he was okay with it because Arturo is a perfectionist.
Well, you're having an experience with coffee. I mean, it's a relationship.
Uh-huh.
You grow with coffee. So you want it to be the best, conversation you can have with that cup.
Yeah.
Does that sound crazy?
No, it does. It sounds
You guys
great.
are going to think I'm, whack, over the edge.
I was saying, everyone's going to know the real Arturo this time. Because in a lot of videos, it's just a couple sentences. We have to keep it short.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
everyone gets to see the whole deal.
He said today I'm on leash. So
Oh, that's dangerous.
that's like today I get to be who I really am with all of you guys. So forgive me if I, talk a little bit too much. But I was telling Jord that I really, really, really enjoyed the whole process. From going to the farm, to tasting that coffee for the first time, to roasting it, profiling it, doing different adjustments to the roaster so that coffee can be the best it can be.
Yeah.
So I have roasted at home.
Yeah.
That was one of the early experiences. But now that I know what I know, then I have made a few adjustments that we're going to share with you all and see if you guys are able to do them, or maybe you want to, make a better version of this.
This is going to be more than just coffee roasting too. Something else that we're going to be doing throughout this whole live stream is giving away arguably 10 of the best coffees in the world. We have all these samples laid out here. We have 10 of them. And there's a big story to go along with all of these samples. So we kind of had a mission this year to buy the best coffee in the world. And it just so happens that every year in our town, in Boguete, every coffee farmer not every, but the best coffee farms put forward their best 100 pounds of coffee of the year. So they did their whole harvest, they taste all their coffees of the year, and their best 100 pounds, they put it up for auction.
Yeah, it goes through a whole evaluation process. I think we've mentioned before how the Specialty Coffee Association of Panama has been doing a great job. Has been doing a great job since the late 90s all the way to today. And they've been able to bring better conditions for the producers, which is what is most important. You know, we hear in many countries, coffee producing countries, producers struggle with paying the bills, you know, keeping up, just making sure that they are staying in business. But Panamanian producers, most of the ones that are doing things right, they are getting ahead of the game. So that's one thing that, you know, really fills my cup.
Yeah.
That really makes us think, okay, we're doing something to ship in, to
Help the
participate,
producers.
to help the producers too. So it was a long process, bro.
Yeah, so
Some.
we won't go through every detail, but we'll share some of them. Basically, the first step in this auction is you have to buy a sampler kit, and you get these samples of every single coffee that's going to be in the auction. And we got 50 samples of this coffee. All the coffee is amazing. We know all this coffee is going to sell for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a pound. It's some of the best coffee in the world, and we sampled them all. And we identified 3 that we wanted to buy.
Yeah.
But what we did have is after we sampled, they give you 100 grams of each coffee, which is enough for 5 cups. I drank 1 cup, Arturo drank 1 cup, and that gave us 3 cups of each coffee. So in each of these bags is 60 grams of coffee ready to go, and we want to share that with you guys. Something we wanted to do kind of like with this coffee and with this sampler kit is share it with as many people as possible. Most of this coffee doesn't even touch the United States. Most of it doesn't even touch the Western Hemisphere. Almost all of
Actually,
it goes to Asia.
You know, I'm jumping a little bit ahead of, you know, the progress on all the events. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, we are the only U.S. company that actually purchased coffees at the auction of Panama.
Yeah. So in this
Yeah.
auction, we purchased 3 coffees.
Yeah.
Arturo and I were up all night. It went until 3 a.m.
We were calling each other back and forth. He thought it was going to be done in a couple of hours. He was like 7 hours
Yeah.
approximately, and it was really intense. But there are markets that are very, very into this level of high-end stuff. We've been getting information lately about auctions in Colombia, in Costa Rica, in Brazil, and whatnot. And the prices that a lot of these coffee producing countries get are not as high, or as they're not as valued, because a lot of people could say, okay, you guys are very shallow, very superficial, okay, very expensive, blah blah blah. But it's like money talks.
Yeah.
You know what you're willing to pay as a roaster, as a coffee shop, for a particular mini lot, nano lot, small lot of 100 pounds of coffee, talks hundreds loud
Yeah.
of the quality of that coffee compared to other producing countries, which are great.
Yeah.
You know, don't get us wrong. I've been saying
We are
this.
biased though. I mean, we're in Panama. We're gonna think that Panama coffee is the best.
Well, we're not really biased.
Yeah.
It's the best. You have to say
I just
it.
realized that the live stream was now it's frozen.
Wait, what?
What?
Why is it frozen?
It was on unlisted. And
Oh.
are we good now? Are we good? I know it was frozen. The live stream was on unlisted, and now I just made it public. So I don't know. I was like confused. It didn't seem like something was right, and now it's open to the public. So sorry, we just had a little technical difficulty.
It happens.
Yeah. For those of you guys that are just coming in, we've been given a lot of details about these best coffees in the world that we're going to be giving away. These coffees range from $100 a pound all the way up over $1,000 a pound, and I think it's time to give one away right now.
Okay. This
Is
is
it
early.
the moment? Is it the moment?
The first coffee that we want to give away is called Black Sheep.
Black Sheep.
It's from Rocky Mountain Coffee. This coffee sold at auction for $93 a pound. Some of the best coffee in the world. It's a Geisha Natural. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a trivia question.
All right.
So if you guys want to try to win this coffee, all you got to do, we got a lot more to go, by the way. We got 10 samples of coffee. This is number 1. So we're going to be giving these away throughout the live stream. But whoever wants to win this coffee, we're going to ask you a trivia question right now, and just type it in the chat. And whoever types it in first, whatever comes up on our screen, we're going to say, hey, you won, and just ask for you to send an email to hello@themorningmovementcoffee.com or thenomadicmovement@gmail.com. You can send it to either one of those. We'll get both of them.
Yeah.
First question.
First question.
We had it in our video today that we posted. What is the address of the roastery in Vermont that we're opening up? First person to type that address into the chat wins Black Sheep Rocky Mountain Coffee Geisha Natural, sold for $93 a pound, 93 points.
Actually, this one was very interesting because the score was $93. The score was 93 points and sold for $93. So it was like
We got a winner.
Oh, we got a winner!
Go ahead. Do you want to finish your
Oh,
sentence?
no. I was saying that it was like coincidence. Who knows? Maybe this is your lucky number. So you got it. We got a winner. Yeah.
The winner is Chili P2000.
Chili P2000. Congratulations.
Send an email. hello@themorningmovementcoffee.com or thenomadicmovement@gmail.com. Either one of those, we'll get it.
You can also go to our website, themorningmovementcoffee.com, and use the contact form. Yeah, contact us.
Just get in touch with us, and we want to get you this coffee. It's 3 cups of coffee that are going to be in the sample.
Yeah.
And coffee like this, if you got it at a cafe, what would it be? Maybe like $50 a cup, $40 a cup.
I think
Yeah.
this one will go for like maybe 80.
$80
Well, like
a cup.
75 to $80.
Yeah, remember, it's not just the value of the green coffee. This is, I have to make that clear. This is what it's sold in auction unroasted.
Green unroasted.
Green unroasted. So once you roast it, we know we lose a percentage of weight in the whole process, and then you have to use some of those grams of coffee that you're left with to develop a recipe to find out. So that's why also it adds up to in a coffee shop. It's not that people are just making crazy amounts of money with the coffee that they buy, but also that a lot of expenses and care and dedication go into making a perfect cup out of that particular coffee.
Yeah, and also you have to know that this is just not coffee. This is something really special, as special as you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
There you go. You had to be sweet. You had to.
He's still trying to find his girlfriend, so he's like,
Yeah,
he's,
it's like
Don't expose me
he's
over
putting
here.
the
Okay?
emotion out there.
he's fishing. He's fishing. All right.
But with that, we did find out that we're going to be able to open on December 1st. The roastery is going to be open. So if any of you guys are in the area, if you want to come, we're going to be
Or
open.
if you want to plan, like you're already planning like a holiday, kind of trip thing. The roastery is going to be open, thankfully, on December 1st.
Unless they decide to come in and shut us down. But at this point, I'm like, anything can happen.
No. Don't even say
Don't put it
bro.
out there. I know.
Don't put it out there. The universe will take it.
Yeah, you're right.
So don't even go to that place.
All right, so we're gonna roast some coffee. We're gonna do roast at home, the roast at home kit. But we have 9 more samples to give away. Should we rapid fire some? Do you want? What do you want to do? You want to rapid fire a few more?
Okay, so I think we should get down to business.
You want to get business?
We should get down to business with this because it's gonna take us a little while.
All right, so maybe
To
while you're
do
going,
it.
we can give away some more coffee.
Yeah. So the first thing the next question could be related to what I'm going to talk about, and it's what the roaster variables that we can manage are. So I can explain where my crazy ideas are coming from.
Which question do you want to?
Okay.
Which
All right.
question do you want to go with?
Well, the question about remember
I
where
don't
was
think I wrote that one down.
where was the first morning movie?
Oh, okay.
Come on,
All right,
I'm gonna say it
All right,
because
all
he
right.
forgot. He forgot.
Wait, you gotta get them ready. You gotta
Okay.
prepare them.
Are you ready?
Wait. We're gonna give the details.
Okay, of the next coffee.
Coffee number 2 of the giveaway.
Okay, this one is from Abu Coffee. The name of the producer is Jose Lutrell, and he's a friend of mine. I know him for quite a while now, and that guy is really down in attention to detail. So this one was $91.50 in score, but the price was $120 per pound. So the code of this one is C748, and this is our next giveaway. So, are you guys ready?
You have to write your answer in the chat. I'm gonna be watching.
Think about it. Think about it. I mean, you have to, in this one, I'm going to give you a hint. Just one hint before we launch the question. Okay? It goes back to a while. I mean,
This is for the legacy people.
this is for the people that have been following for quite a while in our channel, all of our journey. And we thank you so much and for your support and for all the love, all the encouragement you've been giving us all along. So this one is dedicated to those legacy followers that have been from day one. From day one.
Go ahead.
So here goes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Fingers ready? Keyboard ready? 1. Okay. Where was the first batch of the Morning Movement coffee roasted? In which location? All right. Let's see if you remember. Let's see.
We made a video about this.
Let's see.
We filmed it. We've put it in a lot of our videos. We've showed it. And this was like the first step of this business that we've all built together.
We have some people answering.
It was not Buckle Tip.
No. You have to.
Arturo's living room.
Okay. Okay.
Bobby's got it. Bobby's got it.
Bobby Catton.
Bobby's got it.
Bobby Catton, you're getting Abu Coffee.
Abu Coffee.
$120 a pound.
Congratulations.
hello@themorningmovementcoffee.com. Send us an email. We'll make sure we get the coffee to you. It's actually, we'll get it to you as quick as we possibly can. It should be just a few days.
Hey Bobby, Bobby here, right here.
This is the other Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
Yeah, he was thinking, oh, people will not remember where it was. They couldn't possibly know. And the truth is that very first experience of us offering and wanting to share, because this is what it's all about, sharing. So of us wanting to share what we can experience around us and make that connection with all of you. So that was in my living room. I remember, George, do you remember?
I want to talk about sharing.
Oh, okay.
So as we're doing these giveaways, if any of you guys really want one of these samples and don't win them, when we did this auction, when we did this Best of Panama auction, we won 3 coffees. Arturo and I, when we were participating in this auction, we were going back and forth for hours. Like, how do we want to share this? How do we want to share this? And we decided we wanted to buy 3 lots. So of this coffee, there's only 100 pounds that exists in the whole world.
Of each.
Of each.
Of 100 pounds of green unroasted coffee. So we have to profile it and make it perfect for you guys. So we've been experimenting a little bit, and we are about to say we're ready to share with all of you.
So this morning we put up on our website a sampler kit where you can get 3 samples of the 3 coffees we won at the auction. These are 3 of the best coffees in the world. These were the 3 that we wanted to represent and share.
And we could say, man, and we want to say this, and we want to say, first of all, thank you. If someone from the Specialty Coffee Association of Panama is watching, thank you for giving us the opportunity to participate. This is a very thorough process, George. Remember, we were talking about how difficult it is for companies to get into this list of potential buyers. Okay? Why? Because number one, the reputation and the name of Panama has to be held up. Because we all know you can get great coffee, but you can do a lousy job at roasting or at brewing it.
And they don't want bad roasters to roast this coffee. They want bad coffee shops to serve it.
At least they want to kind of like make sure it's going to good hands. I don't know if you've ever had something that you really cherish and you wanted it to go to a good hand, And you guys all know that we are new in the market. I mean, we have been around for a couple of years. And you guys know this. And we do most of all of our sales online. But for now, but now we're going to open our very first the roastery / coffee shop, at least for a part of the day. And it's like, okay, who are these guys? They don't have any coffee shops.
Their name's the Morning Movement.
Their name is the Morning Movement. Their name is the Morning Movement, which refers to a lot of people, like something But we get it. We know it's not for everyone. And these people are very serious producers. I mean, like you've met Jose David. You've met. You haven't met him here, but we have met Wilfred Lamastus. We've met Plinio Ruiz. We've met all of these people that are producers. Generational producers for 30, 40, 50 years in the industry. So these guys are really experienced. We are the new kids on the block.
Yeah.
We're just popping up,
You can tell how maybe it's emotional or how big of a deal this is for Arturo. He's been in this town in the coffee industry for a long time, and getting to participate in this isn't just it was kind of like your moment of I made it. I did it. Like, people respect me in this industry.
I mean, at the end of the day, it matters of how you feel inside. Not so much of what people say around, but it is a validation point. It is something nice that people see that you are serious about your work too, that you do things with passion, with love, that you care, and that they're willing to trust you with their baby,
their best 100 pounds of the year.
Their best 100 pounds of the year, so you can make the best out of that and share it with everyone. So we're excited.
A point I definitely want to get to and let these guys know is, if you miss out on any of these giveaways, we have 3 samples. We have a kit with the 3 samples inside available up on our website. So if you go to themorningmovementcoffee.com, you can pick one up. It makes for a great Christmas gift if you're looking for something special.
Super special.
It's
super special. I mean, this is like all 3 profiles were carefully chosen because of the attributes. We tasted, we cupped. Jordan's gonna show you footage probably soon
of the whole process.
Of the whole process on how we were making decisions, tasting. It was very edgy. It was a very, emotional experience.
We're the only people in the United States to win a lot at the auction. And I think
3 lots.
And we won 3. And I think we're the only people this side of the hemisphere. It might have been 1 spot in Canada, but I don't remember. But 80 or 90% of the lots all went to Asian markets.
And one thing you guys have to know is that Panama is a very small producing country. So it is more commonly found, if you guys are into specialty coffee or you've visited a roastery or something, that you see coffees from Colombia or from Brazil or from Costa Rica even, maybe from Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia and whatnot. But Panama usually is not found easily. Why? Because we're very small. And you know what happens? We have demand and supply. You have a small amount of product, then it becomes more valuable for the market. So yes, Jordan was saying Asian markets, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, all of these countries that have they have a coffee scene, a specialty coffee scene that has been growing. Australia too, Prague, in Europe, lots of places in Europe have been growing into the specialty coffee industry very hard. In the US, the specialty coffee industry has been booming for many years now. If you guys, I don't know if there's anyone out there from the San Francisco Bay Area. There are many great roasters in that area that deal with Panamanian producers, but it is very limited supply. So
getting your hands on Panamanian coffee is easy.
And getting your hands in Panamanian coffee of this level, of competition level, it's even harder.
Yeah.
So
and it's usually just very expensive. It's kind of usually outrageously expensive, and what we wanted to do was make it approachable and make it so the average person can taste this.
Yeah. So we're sending 3 samples. Each of them has 20 grams. It's gonna have 20 grams in them. This is a pre-sale. We haven't roasted the coffee yet. We have profiled it, but we haven't roasted it because we wanted to have it as fresh as possible and ready for the holidays. For a lot of people, it's going to be a gift. For others, and for a lot of people, it's probably going to be a gift for themselves. If it was me, I would not give it away to
maybe you do 4 and you keep 3 for you and gift one.
Totally, 100%.
But we're excited about this. We wanted to let you guys know it's kind of like our biggest coffee supporters. If you're coming on this live stream, you clearly dig the coffee, or about it. So we just want to let you guys know first. because we don't have very many kits. So I think we should get started on some roasting.
Okay, so now, you want to follow me with the camera? What do you want to do? You want to bring the pole over here? I want to explain a couple of people things before we get really down to it.
Okay.
Are
Do
you all
you
for it?
want this is Arturo's show?
Okay, so now, but I think I'm too far away from the camera.
Oh, you want me to turn it?
Yeah, yeah,
Alright.
just turn it or bring it or whatever.
All right, Artie, it's your show.
Okay. Okay, people, let me get this out of the way. Let's see how it looks. All right, we got it. We're on camera. Camera 1, camera 2. Lights, sound,
Action.
action. Okay, guys, roasting coffee is a science and art and a little bit of magic in itself. So we have a roaster right here. It's a conventional roaster, a drum roaster, and some of the things that are really interesting and important about roasting coffee in one of these machines is consistency. Okay, so we have conduction, which is how the metal transfers the heat to the beans of coffee. Then we have convection, which is how the hot air interacts with the beans and, you know, like helps with the roasting process. So we control the flame, we control the airflow. I mean, this is like an advanced machine, but I wanted to translate some of those principles to the home roasting process.
So if you guys have seen Kaylee's video where she taught you how to roast at home, or the Nomadic Movement videos where we've been doing it in our videos, Arturo's gonna take that process
To a little bit of a different, you
to
know,
boost it up a little bit.
if you want to take it up a notch, I'm sorry, I apologize, a disclaimer. I want to say, some of you guys may think at home, well, that's too much work, that's way too much process for roasting coffee. There are always different ways to do things. So we have the easiest way. We've shown it already. Kaylee made a great video showing it at home and how to cool it down with what do you call it? Colander? Colander.
Uh-huh.
Colander. And I'm going to show you some little tips and tricks how to make it better. Okay. So the first thing, we have our heat source. We have our flame, and this could be like your kitchen flame, like your regular kitchen flame. Let's see. Fire it up, baby.
Turn it on, baby.
Okay, go.
Whoa!
That was not supposed to happen. You guys. So we don't want a really high flame because it's going to probably just burn the coffee. It's just going to scorch all the beans. It's going to be, you're going to have some heavily dark and roasted coffee beans. We don't want to bring it to a very minimum because then it will take too long. I mean, it will roast, but it will take very, very, very long. So we want to bring it to like a medium level. It may be different. It's going to be different because of your kitchen specifications or your stove specifications. But once you get your hands on it and you do it once, then you find again how you want to do it properly. Mm-hmm. Then we have one of my pens from home. We had a very nice one. I want to show it because it's really beautiful. By the way, this video is not sponsored by this company by any means. But if you want to sponsor, I mean, you know.
Just give us a call. We'll take the money.
Look, this is very sturdy, very thick. It has like a nice leather, you know, so you don't burn yourself with this.
Yeah, the trick I think is you want a thick metal pan with some edges on it. With this technique that Arturo's going to show you how to modify a little bit, you want a little bit higher of edges.
Yeah, higher edges, and also, look, this is another difference. Can you spot it? It's like this one is sharp here, it like bends, and this one is like round.
Uh-huh.
Why do I think a round surface is better? Because the beans have to flow inside of the drum, for example, which is all round. Otherwise, we will have drums that are square, right?
Right.
But the drums are round, so we want to replicate that experience too. So now, another thing I'm doing, I don't know if you guys can see it good from that angle,
I can move it for you.
but I'm going to place it here in the heat, and I'm going to tilt it. You see? we specifically designed this product. This is the Home Roaster 2000. You can call now
At 555
at
999.
555 and buy now. Okay, this is the,
This was dumb luck that it just kind of like sits on that edge like that. But you
don't
want
say that.
you want to prop the pan up a little
We
bit.
want people to think we engineered this thing. Okay, so now you can tilt it. You can tilt your pan a little bit. Why is that? Inside of the roaster, we have not just the convection, heat being generated by the beans heated in the hot pan, but we also have mass heat. So all the beans are heating together and they're producing heat for each other, like friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like when you're hanging out and you got the body warmth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're transferring heat. So by having it this way, we are going to allow the mass of beans to be concentrated in one side of the pan. If we have it all scattered all over the surface of the pan, then we might, not get great results. All right? How are we looking? Are we looking
Really
good?
good. Yeah, we're in there, baby.
All right.
Get in here, sweetie.
Here we go.
Mama's back, baby. Mama's back.
Mama's back. Look. We couldn't do this without, we were about to bring her into the scene. This is Kaylee's cartoon version. Very beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
And here she is, alive, in person.
By the way, I need to give a shout out. We hired a local artist. Her name's Denise, and she's actually our neighbor. She lives about as close to us as you can. And she makes all of our labels. So shout out to you, Denise, if you're watching this.
Denise did a great job.
We
She has
love
been
her. She's amazing.
she has been killing it.
Yeah.
100% killing it with the designs, with the ideas. She's been accommodating the team. She's been very patient.
Yeah.
So we really want to say, Denise, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I met her recently. I did a coffee tour for her and Eric,
Yeah.
and Eric's mom,
Yeah, cool.
her husband.
Nice people.
And they're really, really nice people, and they really wanted to learn a lot about the coffee. So yeah, big shout out for you guys if you guys are watching, or if you watch anytime. All right, so now, of course, we like, in order to replicate, to be consistent, we like to have specific measures. So in this case, we're using a scale, but you guys may use another type of measure, like spoons.
Sure.
But just make sure that you're consistent on it. You say, okay, I'm going to use 3 spoons, I'm going to use 4 spoons next time to try the results if the results are different. Okay? That makes sense?
Consistency, baby. Yep.
Yeah. So I have a spoon somewhere over there. Rodrigo, can you hand me that spoon?
Which one?
Oh, the small one.
Small one.
No, the small. So I don't know. Maybe this is a decent sized spoon
Sure.
in the United States. So let's see about how many grams are 3 spoons. Okay, 1 spoon is about 15 grams. And you see I have it like a little mountain there. It's not like shallow. Shallow is the term. Okay. Second. Okay. 3. Yeah, they have been consistently going for like 15 grams. So let's say, there you go. 4 spoons, like a little mountain, like a little, what do you call this in English?
Mountain, yeah.
Yeah.
Rounded spoon, we call it.
Yeah.
A rounded spoonful.
All right, and that's approximately 60 grams of coffee, which is what I'm going to be using for my roast. All right. Now, as you can see, we are preheating the pan. We don't want it to be just fresh or like just cool. We want the pan, that metal, to be very nice and warm. So we can see in your kitchens, you're probably going to have a bell, which has an extractor that pulls the smoke. But you can see a little bit of you can see it over there, but you can see a little bit of a smoke coming out of the pan. So at the same time, we have our dandy timer over here. And get ready. We are going to find a beet.
Let me give a detail real quick.
Yes.
Anything that you're missing, I'm gonna pick up on it. And you guys are doing this along with Arturo, or you're
Come
preparing,
closer to the. I don't think they can see me.
or you're preparing to. You want this on medium heat. Try it on if you have like a 1 to 10 scale. Try it on 5. or if you have a flame, put it to medium. And then you kind of want to adjust as you go. Like every stove is different. What we've seen is like every stove that we've done this on, it kind of comes out a little bit different. So just start with medium, and then you can go from there. But
Okay. Now,
this is gonna be another one of Arturo's
quick.
mad scientist tricks.
No, like quirky, you know, like I don't know,
Crazy.
like a deranged kind of coffee person. So I look for 50 BPMs. So I can use a metronome, you know, those things you use to measure time when making music, or I can find a beat. So I did find a beat that is 50 BPMs, and I don't know if you guys can hear. I'm gonna play for you. And what the reason for this is that on the roaster we have a speed RPMs, or what do you call it?
RPMs, yeah.
Yeah, like RPMs control, and that does make a difference. So why wouldn't it make a difference here?
Let me clarify a little bit. So we set the speed that the drum rotates.
Yeah.
So what Arturo's trying to do here is create that same speed, and he uses a beat to keep himself in time when he mixes the coffee.
Yeah, this one is definitely much slower than the actual roaster, and the reason for that is that here we don't have as much hot air working in the mix. We have mostly conduction, not so much convection, because this is open. Does that make sense to anyone? I don't know.
I think it does.
I think I don't know. You can call people that come with the jackets, to take the crazy, the loonies.
You just care about coffee a lot. It's all right.
Yeah.
Like that's a good thing.
All right.
Especially for the roast master.
All right, this is not a crazy thing to do. That you try to tilt your pan and find a rounder pan at home. If you have it, if you don't have it, try with whatever you have. Okay. So now we have the green coffee right here. We have 60 grams, which is about 4 spoons. We already stated, and we're gonna check that our pan is nice and hot. How are we gonna do that? I'm gonna just drop, a little bit of water here to make sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's working. It's working. Why is it still there?
Oh, you want it to like evaporate?
Yeah, exactly. I want it to evaporate.
Oh, okay.
So probably we need a little bit more
Give it a
time.
little bit more time.
Yeah, exactly. We want to give it a little bit more
Meanwhile, you guys, all you that are writing comments right now, I'm sorry that I'm not able to read them. When we have minutes, like when we have some time within the roast, I want to hop in the comments and say hey to some of you guys. But right now, we want to just like, for any of you guys that want to try roasting at home, we want to try to give you the best way to do it possible. And when we've seen the results that Arturo's come with this, like there's all these at-home roasters and people use popcorn makers.
Yeah,
This-
totally, 100%. I mean, but this is like, try experimenting, try getting out there, understanding the science of roasting. This is green, this is a vegetable product, and we're gonna turn it into something that is soluble, something that we can make an extraction with hot water. So that has to undergo a transformation process. And it's a bunch of chemical reactions that we probably will not list here because it will make it extremely complicated and super boring for everyone. But the truth of the matter is that if you do things like in a better way, like let's just do a little recap. We want mass of the coffee hitting each other, not just a hot pan doing all the cooking. And then we also want to have a consistent beat. It can be, I found 50 BPMs to be a good, number, but you guys may want to do it at 60 or 40 or 80 or 120, whatever. Just change the variables.
The key here is consistency. That's why when you see us brew coffee, that's why when you see us roast coffee, it seems like a science experiment.
Yeah.
And that's because it kind of is. Because if we ever do something that we really like,
how do
you do it again?
How do you do it again? Exactly.
And if you do something you don't like, how do you make sure you don't do it again?
Exactly.
So
100%.
I think we're ready, Arturo.
We're ready. Okay, I'm gonna drop this don't forget to have your handy. We said that this one is a little bit better. I want to show you guys all this type of a spoon, but it's going to be too clanky, too noisy for everyone, and that's why we're going to be using a wooden spoon. But I personally prefer the metal spoon. Okay, now let's see. Let's check it out. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? And 1, 2, 3, and drop. Whoops. Okay, we got it. Sorry, lost a couple of soldiers there. And then we'll start. 1.
I'm gonna bring it back around here, but you guys can kind of get the idea that Arturo is trying to replicate what would happen in his coffee roaster. So he's just flipping the coffee, almost like tossing it with the spoon over on itself, and he's doing it to the beat that's playing on the phone. And it's like this, beat, beat, beat. And the thing is it's gonna take a little bit now. So it's gonna be 10, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, really not 10 minutes, closer to 15 minutes.
15 minutes approximately.
For the whole process.
I'm gonna bring my flame a little bit lower right now. Whoops, not too much. A little bit lower, and then I'm gonna continue.
I'm gonna bring them around here.
Okay, this is gonna take a while, guys. But I definitely want to show you and talk to you about some marks, some important moments on the roasting process that you want to be looking for. One of them being the change of colors. When it starts getting to yellow-ish, in that case, what's happening is the bean is transforming, it's changing its molecular structure. So that is called the Maillard reaction. We've seen this, of course, with the roaster, through the little, what do you call this? This little...
The little window. So what's happening when it's turning yellow? What's happening in the beans?
Okay, that's one of the first landmarks we see that the roasting process is taking place. And then when this happens, we have the browning or the caramelization process.
So first we're looking for the beans to turn yellow, and then this is called the Maillard reaction. And then after that we're gonna start looking for caramelization. Something that I thought that was super interesting was when we started talking about, roasting coffee on a pan, that was a big deal for either of these guys, Rodrigo or Arturo, because they were like, oh yeah, that was part of my childhood.
Oh yes.
You know what?
Completely normal.
Tell them about what coffee roasting in a pan was like when you were a kid. Let me turn this. Let me turn this so they can see.
To the beat, to
Hi.
the beat.
Hi, I'm Rodrigo. And I
Go
like
ahead, tell
coffee. So, yeah, I grew up in a farm basically, and we used to grow our own coffee at home. We had a couple of coffee trees, and we used to harvest it. My mom used to just go into the little river, used to like peel the coffee, and after that dry it in the sun. And then the roasting process was like something that was like a tradition at home. So my mom would get a pan like that, but she would have it like just flat in like a...
Like Kaylee did it in the video. Just like flat on the flame.
Yeah, just like that. And then she would make like a fire pit, put the pan in there, put the coffee, and just like start stirring it little by little. Not as Arturo's beat, not with a beat. But yeah, and then the smell, that was like...
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah, and do you know how we used to grind it?
It's got to be with the stone.
One stone, and like around the one on the top, you put the coffee beans in there, and you just like go like this.
Wow. That's what your dad used to do in Venezuela, you said too.
Yeah, totally, 100%. And my dad is from an area in Venezuela that is like the Wild West. So it's where like most people have cattle and horses and whatnot. I just want to say we are 4 minutes in and our coffee is already looking yellow, going to brown. and it's also releasing some chaff. I'll show you.
Let me spin it around. I want to show these guys this.
All right. This cameraman is all over the place. Let's look. Okay, so the color is more yellow and brown than anything else. All right, you got it. And we see some shaft being released, like this thing. You know,
That's the shaft.
that's a shaft. Okay, now I was saying that my
You have
dad.
shaft. You have shaft in your hair. Hold on.
Woo. So, I expect this to happen at home too. You can take a shower afterwards. So, if it's shower day,
There you go. He's good.
You get to go.
okay, yeah, I'm good to go.
Action.
Action. So my dad lived in the countryside, and they would roast also coffee in a pan, like on the wood fire in the countryside, like on the grass and everything. But they will add something like cinnamon and sugar. You know, it's like insane to think about it these days, but that's what these people grew up on. You know, when they were younger.
Roasting
So-
over fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when he was here in Panama, you know, I couldn't make him, you know, enjoy or appreciate a cup of coffee for what it was.
He had to put
He
cinnamon in it.
hit cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you know, it's whatever you guys like.
That brings me to one of the first lines that is both of these guys said to me when I was in the cafe. You know, I was kind of feeling intimidated by the. Is that your first crack?
I think it was the fake one.
Fake one?
Yeah.
I was feeling intimidated about specialty
Oh,
coffee.
it's first crack.
First crack.
Six.
So if you guys hear that, if you hear that cracking, that's called the first crack, and that's like an identifier mark while you're roasting. This one came in at right about 6 minutes and 30 seconds, usually earlier than what we're used to.
Yeah.
I think what happened was when you were trying to turn down the flame, you
Yeah.
turned it up, which is speeding up the process a little bit.
Totally,
But it kind of
100%.
shows you how delicate this whole process is of roasting coffee, and that's why you're trying to control all the variables. Because if you don't really know what you're going to kind of come up with. So.
Yeah, I mean, in order to replicate,
Yeah.
you know, to replicate consistency. That's like the name of the game that we've been saying. So
I need to finish this quick little story though.
Yeah,
about
go.
about when I was first learning about specialty coffee, had like feeling overwhelmed. These guys both looked at me and they go, "Hey, you know what the best way to drink coffee is, right?" And I was like thinking about, I'm like, is it French press? Is it espresso? Is it pour over? Is it the clever? Is it the siphon? And I'm like going in my mind, and they're like, "Dude, it's however you like it." And I was like, "Oh yeah, duh."
No,
You know?
that was the right answer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you were not playing to win some samples from the.
Yeah. But that's something for all you guys to know while you're watching this or while we were talking about coffee. We're trying to kind of push the envelope on coffee, change people's experience on coffee, bring them along this journey with us as we learn about coffee. It's something that we're all kind of obsessed about. But just the way that we do it might not be the best way for you. If you love putting heavy cream and molasses and sugar and
And what is the thing
Vanilla.
they use in Canada? Maple syrup.
maple syrup and whatever
Vermont.
you like,
In Vermont.
whatever you like in your coffee is the best way to drink it, or however you like your coffee is the best way.
I must warn you that when a coffee this is special, like the ones you guys are getting, or if you buy the sampler kit, when those coffees hit your lap, those are definitely meant to be enjoyed by themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, you can do whatever you want. You can buy an expensive bottle of what? Dom Perignon?
Yeah.
Is that a brand?
Yeah,
You know,
it is.
Is that something?
And
luxury?
put orange juice in it,
And
you know?
put orange juice in it. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but it's meant to be enjoyed by itself. Okay, I'm thinking we're coming close to the end of the roast, my friend,
Okay.
and wow. Okay, this was definitely faster than what we usually experience. This is what happens, you know, when you're experimenting with stuff. It's all about tasting and finding. Oh, I really like this. I really enjoy this bold cup of coffee. Or saying, you know what? I think I want it a little bit milder or a little bit, more soft or delicate and whatever. And you make adjustments along the way. Now, we're close to 10 minutes. So this is when I'm going to pull the coffee. I need Rodrigo to help me with a little device I created.
All right, this is going to be the wildest part.
Okay.
So usually what we would do at this point is we would take it and we'd put it in a colander and toss it up and down in the air. Can we show them that first, just in case if someone wants to do it that way?
Yeah.
And then we can change it over to your crazy device?
Totally, 100%.
All right, I'm going to move you guys over here.
First, this is the first idea. You can take this and you can put it inside and just toss it up and down.
Tell them why.
Right?
What are you trying to accomplish here? So the roast is done. What do you want to accomplish?
Okay, what we want to do is we want to cool down those beans. If we let them sit as they are, they're going to continue roasting, and over-roasted coffee notes are going to come to our cup. We want to get rid of that and make as quick as possible cooling process. On the big machines, anywhere between 2 and 3 minutes is a decent cooling time, but in this, it's probably going to be faster. Now, usually you have to go outside and whatnot. And during the winter season, with all the snow you guys have there, I know they have snow at the roastery right now.
Yeah.
It's something that is not super fun. So to make it easy,
Well, maybe it is. I don't know. If you ask TJ, you'd think it's fun.
TJ is mad. Cheers, man. You guys are crazy. Starting TJ, they are crazy. Okay, so in all fairness, I need this rag, and I'm taking it out at 11 minutes now, and I'm going to place it in the colander. But what I'm doing is that whoa, turn it on. Now, see? I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have
There's a vacuum in here.
nobody's gonna hear. Nobody's gonna hear.
It's all right. Tell them what you did.
Okay, we have a shoe box of one of my favorite shoes, and I have a vacuum cleaner, and I open a hole at the bottom. Okay, and this sucks the hot air out completely, and it lets me cool the coffee inside of this colander. You guys are crazy. You are crazy, not me. Woo! Come on, baby. Yeah. So you do it.
All right, kill it for a sec so you can tell.
Oh, no. Just one.
Make it right.
Here, go ahead. You do it. See? Go ahead. You do it. Yes. Katie's gonna go.
How's it feel? Oh, it's still a little warm.
Yeah, a little warm. Turn it on.
One more?
Turn it on. Okay, it's gonna be like 45 seconds to 1 minute, approximately. Of cooling down. All right. You like it? Go ahead. Yeah.
Kill it.
Kill it.
All right.
It's all right, bro. We don't need to drink this one.
No.
I know you're like.
No, we are going to
You-
drink it.
you have
oh
to
hell!
say-
Wait.
Oh hell! You're going to drink it. You're going to drink it. You're going to drink it. You're going to drink it too.
Every coffee, even all the coffee beans that are falling out, he's like throwing them back. You got shit
Wow.
all over you.
This looks really good.
It does. It looks really good. This is
It doesn't even look like it was roasted in a pan.
it looks like a medium light roast right
Very
here.
consistent.
Nice and uniform. We have some chaff still in our beans, but it's going to be a great cup of coffee. I will put money down on it.
I have
Okay.
no idea how everything just sounded because we had a vacuum going for like 2 minutes. Do
So-
you want to just tell them what was happening during all of that?
Yes, sir. Hold the mic.
I'm going to tell them that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to admit, I have a little problem today.
It's okay. We're here for you. We're here for you.
I have a
Okay?
little OCD problem.
It's
So
alright.
I need to go ahead and use the same vacuum cleaner to clean this right here. Hold
It's
on.
okay. We will
Go
help
ahead.
you.
Good. Bring it. You're here over here. Okay. Got it.
guys are crazy.
Oh, baby. Okay, now, I wanted to explain a little bit better. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. I'm going to try to lay it out here. So this is a process. I took one of my children's shoe box and I opened a hole in the top part, you know, with scissors or with a knife, and just so the circumference of the colander fits in there. So this is trying to apply the same principle as the roaster uses for cooling down. It doesn't blow cool air on the beans. It sucks the hot air out. So I want to replicate that same pattern. So I open another hole over here. You can see where the vacuum cleaner hose goes exactly in. And then, voila, you have the Cool Beans Bean Cooler 2000 available at 1-800 Cool Beans. So call now. In the first 10 units we sell, I'm gonna sign personally. A signature from a deranged man.
This is why working with you is like my favorite thing in the world. It's like you just don't know what's gonna happen next. All of a sudden.
Here we go. So we have the beans.
Can I tell a story?
Tell.
My favorite story. My favorite story when Sarah and TJ were here learning how to roast. The roaster caught on fire.
It did. It happened.
And Arturo just starts screaming, "Grab the plunger! Grab the plunger!" And they're like, "Why?"
You don't know what to use it for. The other side of the plunger, you use it to turn the wheel and bring the beans out of the hot, thing. Come on, guys.
With Arturo, you just don't ever know what to expect
Safety
next.
101.
And
Safety
it's just the
101.
best.
It's the thing. It's that thing. That's the first thing that comes to your mind, in like a crisis or in a crucial moment. The first thing that comes to your mind. I could have said the broom or just a stick.
The plunger.
Go for the plunger. You guys. Okay. So another thing I do all the time in my roasting process is wait the coffee at the end of the roast. So we wait before and we wait at the end. So we had 60 grams of coffee, and I'm waiting again, and I'm gonna see I have 50 grams of coffee. So I lost 10 grams in the whole process.
That shows you a little bit of the loss. So if you buy a pound of green coffee and you roast it, you lose like 15% of the coffee just in the roast process.
Just by looking at this, I can tell it's between 13 and 14% because it's a medium light roast. So let's do the math. Let's check it out. Times 14, 15. Oh, it's actually 15.5. Oh, 16.
You're trying to figure out the percent loss?
Yeah.
It's about 16%.
16%. So we lost 16% on this one. And then I go through a little, because we do this. Remember, what is our slogan?
One bean at a time, baby.
One bean at a time. I check because we always will have some darker on one side, not burnt, but darker on one side, some lighter color looking ones.
So this is the hand selection process, and I don't think there's that many coffee companies that do this, but Arturo has us doing it, and we do this for every single bag of coffee, every single bean. Any bean that looks like this, I know you might not be able to see it. I'll put it on this table and show you in a minute. Any imperfect bean, we pull out. We go through every single bean by hand because that's the only way you can make sure that it's as good as it possibly can be.
Man, this looks pretty good though.
And if
looks very, very uniform.
If you're thinking, hey, I don't think I care. I don't think I could taste the difference. I don't think I would even notice. I said the same thing to Arturo, and he made 1 cup with 3 bad beans in it, and it was amazingly
different.
It was amazingly worse.
Yeah,
it didn't taste as good.
Exactly. I mean, what happens with those beans? Some of them are what we call Quakers, and a Quaker is a bean that was not fully matured in the plant. So when it roasts to a lighter shade of color, very light shade of color. when you break those beans, even by breaking them, like for example like this with your finger, when you smell it, it will not smell like roasted coffee. It will smell more like
Popcorn.
like popcorn, like
Yeah.
corn, you know, like, and that will definitely change the flavor of your cup.
Slap your Quakers down right there. I want to kind of show them.
What I taken out, and that's it. You know, the rest are looking very good.
These are all the bad beans. You see some of them are broken, some of them are defects, some of them are super dark. And then there's our pile of good beans.
Of good beans. So give or take, let's weigh this again with all the beans that we took out, to just also kind of give our friends at home like a little bit of a reference of also the cost that is involved in all of our process, because the hand selection process causes not just expenses when it comes to labor, to people doing this by hand, but also we lose more coffee. Now we have 45 grams, so we lost an additional
5 grams.
5 grams.
So we started with 60 grams of coffee in this roast, went down to 50, and now we went down to 45.
To 45, because we want to make it extra nice. Why? Because we are going to drink it.
Right.
All right. So Bob, if you're watching this, hi from home, Michelle. We love you guys. All right. So we have
The roast is complete. The roast is finished.
The roast is finished. But this, I don't know if we have a few more minutes, but
We have a lot of time. I still have to give away 7 bags of coffee.
oh, okay, get to it, because I'm going to start brewing this coffee right away. I have to make a note. For better results, please wait 24 to 36 hours after the roast so all the flavors develop. But sometimes, I have to confess, I cannot contain myself, and I go ahead and taste it right out of the roaster, right out of the... And I have a technique. I'm going to show it to you with my brewer, with my pour over
Propped up a little bit here. We're a little low.
a little low. Okay, now we have our beans, and hold on.
Where are you going? You're leaving me here all alone?
No.
Oh, all
Come
right.
back.
I don't know if you're going to the
It's
bathroom.
just my cleaning process.
No,
I'm sorry.
I understand.
Okay, now, where's the grinder? Right here. So, if you saw Jordan's explanation on his tips and tricks for
Brewing.
for pour over, it's a little bit, like it takes a few extra steps. But I'm going to try to do it a little bit more easy, and I have a reason for that. This one right here is a nice specially roasted coffee, and I want to do only divide pour in only 3 sections. I'm going to do 100, 100, and 100. I weigh 20 grams of coffee. That's a 15-to-1 ratio, and I'm going to do 100, 100, and 100.
So you're going to you want to teach them how to brew this in an easier way,
If it's freshly roasted.
if it's freshly roasted.
Remember, we have a lot of CO2 still in it. How does it feel?
It feels nice.
It feels
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
It feels nice. Okay. From all the coffees because if it feels too strong, too difficult to move around in your hand grinder, if you have a hand grinder, it means it was under roasted. Under roasted. So now we have this, and this, and hold on. Don't go away.
So this is now freshly ground coffee. What you're going to want to do if you guys are roasting at home, you can brew the coffee right away, but something you'll notice, something that's amazing, is as time goes on, as days go on, the 2 days after you roasted, 3 days, it'll get better and better. And it'll get better and better kind of until it gets its like peak flavor. And then after, depending on the coffee, after a month or 2 or 3, it'll slowly start getting worse and worse.
Depending on the coffee.
Yeah.
We were recently talking about it. Because
Coffee, Artur and I talk about coffee all day, every day.
that's like our main thing. So, but here's the thing: not all coffees are the same. Not all coffees have the same terroir, the same growing conditions, the same variety and whatnot. So they all develop differently.
Mm-hmm.
So some coffees I've had 6 months after the roast,
And it's still great.
and they're still great.
There's a misconception in the States that you have to get coffee that was roasted the same day or 3 days or 7 days within 10 days of it being roasted. It's not true, but it's like something that we have to play in because there's these parameters that are set for specialty coffee that it's like you have to have it within 3 days of the roast, and it's
So with this kit, you can do a little bit of an experiment too.
Yeah.
So when you buy this kit and you roast your own coffee, you can check the dates. So you can see, okay, how does it taste 3 days after the roast? How does it taste 7 days after the roast? How does it taste 3 weeks after the roast?
what Arturo and I have come is like, yes, maybe 3 days or 7 days is ideal for some coffees, but that's only if all your other variables are absolutely perfect. Your grind size is perfect, your water temperature is perfect, the makeup of your water and the elements that are in your water are perfect. What, are you reading comments over there?
Yeah. I was reading some comments that we are antidepressants.
We are?
Yeah.
I mean, if you just watched us roast, I guess I could understand why.
Totally, 100%. That's Hempress Jesse. Hempress Jesse said that we are antidepressants. Yeah. So now for the brewing process, we are heating up our water, and I'm going to rinse the filter right here, right now. I'm going to push it with my fingers instead of the spoon because I am just flowing with the moment on the go. And this just seems like one of those infomercials.
You're pretty good at it, you know.
Thelma and Louise.
I think we have to do this more often.
Like that.
Before you get started on the brew, you got your water heating up over here. You got yourself all right. I want to give we have 7 amazing samples of coffee to give away.
Okay.
I'm sure we've lost some people, and I'm sure we've gotten some new people. Just so you guys know, if you're just joining us, we have these 10 samples of coffee from the Best of Panama Coffee Auction. So quick little summary again. Every year, the best coffee farmers in Panama take their best 100 pounds and put it up for auction.
Yeah.
We were-
Other countries too. Other countries, but just Panama happens to be very exclusive.
Panama always is the most expensive, and it's the most exclusive. It's the hardest to
The
get.
highest score too. I mean, price comes with a
Score.
married with the quality.
Which basically, when you're saying it's the highest scored coffee, it's the highest priced coffee, it's the most wanted coffee, you would say it's the best, or it's one of the best, depending on.
Yeah, depending on your preferences
Yeah.
too. But I mean, in general, if we're being objective with quality, if you're being objective with uniqueness, diversity, so it is the best coffee
Yeah.
in the world. Really, it really is. So we've had a lot of people, and thank you so much for all of your support and for all the people that has been buying our subscriptions and buying our coffee. I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because this is something that has been good for Jordan's family, for my family, for Rodrigo, for everyone involved in this little community. So I want to thank you all, Sarah and TJ too, for all the support that you guys have been showing throughout these couple of years.
And this giveaway is just how we can show that support back. So we bought a sampler kit where we got 100 grams of each of these coffees from the auction. I had 1 cup of it. Arturo had 1 cup of it, and he shared it with Rodrigo. And then the last 3 cups, the last 60 grams in these bags, we want to give to you guys, and we're doing it in the form of trivia. How else could we do it other than asking you guys questions, and then whoever knows the answer is going to get this coffee. This one is from Katoa. It's Katoa Las Brujas. This coffee sold for $100 a pound at the auction. It scored 91.5 points. Anything you want to tell them about this Katoa coffee?
Yeah, 100%. The producer of this coffee's name is Richard Coiner. Richard Coiner opened some coffee shops here in Panama that are all over the country. He has been very successful, not just exporting, but also like dominating the local market. Of course, you have a number of coffee shops. Sometimes you need to replicate the experience in all of them, but it's like you know, a lot of people compare it to like a Panamanian Starbucks, but it's not a Starbucks.
Yeah.
It's like a, you know, higher, better scale version. But now they do these very special lots. This one, the Kotowa, you're going to find out there that it's very different in flavor. It's one of those coffees that you may want to use for like a Brewers Cup competition.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
It's a
like
distinctive. It's like you drink it and you immediately say, "Wow, this is very different."
very different. The fermentation process, if I'm not mistaken, a carbonic maceration process was very, very well done. And
Just an encyclopedia of information if you want to know anything about coffee.
and they did a great job. Okay,
Let's give this away.
this-
So get your keyboards ready. I'm going to ask you guys a question right now that goes with brewing coffee.
in 5,
4,
4.
3,
You're gonna say something different every time I say
2.
3, 2, 1. Okay, ready? Go.
When you're doing a pour over, what is the name of the first pour that hits the grounds of the coffee? So you have your fresh ground coffee, you take the water, you pour it in there. What is the name of that pour? First person to type it in
Okay, let's see.
and
Let's
for us
see.
to get it on our screen.
Oh, that was quick.
All right, hold on. Wait. We have something. We have a.
Oh no.
We have some description here. So we have the first person was John McElwain, but he
McElwain.
said Bluke.
Oh.
He hit K instead of M.
Because he typed too fast.
And then we have Andrea who said actually spelled it Bloom.
Bloom.
So here's what I think we do. I think we give John the Katoa, and I think we give Andrea the next one,
you
which
guys are-
is John. You're getting the Katoa. Send us an email, hello@themorningmovementcoffee.com, and then Andrea, we're gonna give you Finca Lerida Geisha. It's a Geisha Natural. Scored 91.5 points as well. Sold for $150 at the auction. So you guys both send us emails. Andrea Michaels and John McElwain. You guys are fast typers.
Oh, you guys are fast. You guys are quick. You guys are ready with our countdown.
Yeah.
You know, with the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's working. It's working. Okay, guys. So one thing about this farm. This farm is in the Alto Kiel area, one of the highest coffee growing areas here in Boquete. Lerida did not participate, as a fun fact, for the last couple of years in the auction. They just came back
This year.
on it, and they were in the top places, and they sold for a very good, amount of money. And they also, they're getting, it's like, you like when people, they have a comeback.
Lerida had a comeback.
Lerida had a comeback, and this is it. And you're going to be able to taste it. What's her name?
Andrea.
Andrea. You're going to be able to taste it. We're so happy that we can share this with you.
And if any of you guys are just joining us, and if you don't win one of these coffees, but you would like to try them, we do have a very limited number of sample kits from the auction that we participated in. The coffee is right here.
It's still in the boxes. It's vacuum sealed. It's being preserved. I've opened a little bit of another box to profile it, but this is brand new, brand spanking new, and you guys are gonna have a chance to taste it for the first time.
So
And
we-
probably, a limited number of people in the U.S. that will be able to taste these amazing coffees.
So we bought 3 coffees at the auction. I think the average price was over $100 a pound. But there were only
Oh.
100.
No, $211.
$211. $211 a pound, and we got 3 of those lots. And for the holidays, we want to make a sample kit of these 3 coffees. So if you go to our website, themorningmovementcoffee.com, we are selling them. Oh, that's really good.
It is. It is.
And we have little write-ups of each coffee, what makes it special, the exact growing process, the drying process.
The conditions, the farm.
It was amazing reading through, like I think it was the Elia Sweet that we're selling.
Elia Sweet.
And it's like, every 2 hours, we rotated the barrels for 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just like
I mean,
so
it's,
many details.
again, science.
Yeah.
Science, love, and magic. You have all of those elements. It's not by chance. The producer of that coffee you're mentioning, Elias Sweet, his name is Graciano Cruz. And Graciano, he knows his way around the market. He has farms in different countries, South America, Central America, but he knows Panama is like the gem, and he goes ahead and shares with a lot of producers too, a lot of knowledge. So he's a sharer too.
So I want to give away the next coffee. This one is the best, or this one is the most expensive. This is
Oh boy. Oh boy.
no wait,
Oh,
the-
no.
no, it's this one.
boy.
This one is from Hartman. This coffee sold for $1,300.
$1,300 a pound.
That's unroasted. So you get it green, then you roast it, and you lose, as we just showed you, 15%.
And then a little bit more on hand selection.
Yeah, so you can buy the green unroasted coffee for a great price of $1,300 a pound. We have 60 grams of this coffee, and we're gonna give it away right now. And who I'm gonna give it to is we have about 30 people who bought our sampler kit.
And you're gonna do like the spin wheel.
So no, the first person who bought it is who I want to give it to.
Oh, congratulations!
But they have to be on the live stream. They
wow.
have to be on the
okay.
live stream still.
Okay, you have to shout out. You have to say hi when we say your name. We
If
hope you are.
you have
And
to be
if
here.
you're not there, we're gonna go to the second person.
That's right.
And then to the third person, to whoever is also on the live stream right now.
Wow, this one's gonna go a long distance.
Okay,
Wow.
okay, let's go. Let's
If
go.
Evan Matthews from Anchorage, Alaska is on the stream, make yourself known. We're gonna be sending you a $1,300 sample of coffee. If he's
Hey, you there, Evan? You were here.
my man!
Hey, Evan.
Evan!
Thank you so
Who was
much.
it?
You were our first. You're the first person who purchased, and Jordan hadn't even announced it.
No, yeah.
So
Evan, the fact that you've been on watching this madness for over an hour, this is the least that we can give
yeah,
you.
we can do it.
Wait, where is he? Where is he?
Right here, I saw his name pop up.
yeah, he was there.
He said hi.
He said,
Evan Matthews.
Oh boy, you got it.
You got it, Evan. Thank you so much for your support.
The coffee scored 94 points.
94 out of 100. This is like competition, like super, like Moquita level.
Like legendary, like the best ever made. Like it's up there it's in like the Hall of Fame of coffees.
It is 100%.
Evan,
How
this
do you
is
like?
our way to say to you that we love you. Okay.
We love you,
We
and
love
you're
you a lot.
special.
Okay.
In Rodrigo's word,
You're
you
special.
are special.
You're special.
Remember, as a fun fact, now that we're talking about it, that was our slogan for when
Yeah.
I opened the coffee shop. And when he came on board, the first thing I did is I gave him a shirt. And he was like, what is this? It says,
You are special.
drink specialty coffee because you're special.
Uh-huh.
And it comes from the fact that a lot of people say, you know what? I just want to go ahead and buy the cheapest coffee possible and just get it out of the way, get my caffeine fix. But the truth of the matter is that good quality stuff comes with a price tag. It's not something that we say, okay, everybody has to buy expensive coffee, but you can treat yourself once in a while.
Right.
Because usually, as I said before, the price comes married with some quality.
How I explained it to my family with coffee like this is it felt like, when I brought coffee back home, I was like, imagine if you knew someone who had only eaten food cooked out of a microwave. And they took their beautiful steak and they put it in the microwave, or they took all their vegetables and put it in the microwave, and you show up with a stovetop and an oven and a pan. And you're like, give me that and let me cook it for you the right way and let you experience it. That's almost what it's felt like sharing this coffee.
Exactly.
Because it's like you've been going the short way, which is fine. Like the microwave serves its purpose. Like if you want to heat up some food real quick because you got to get out, it makes sense.
And there's something out there for everyone. Don't get me wrong. If you're a coffee lover, but you go for the commercial stuff, don't forget to experiment, to open your mind, to at least once in a lifetime, try something that is crafted and hand selected and, just cared in a way that will bring you a different experience. I've had so many people tell me, now you damage. Well, you were one of the first one.
Yeah.
That you told me that we damage you for life.
Yeah.
Because once you tasted the good stuff, then it's hard to automatically it's hard to go back to the regular or commercial stuff.
That's because most of it has a lot of bugs in it, and most of it's rotten. So it's like
You never know. You get it mostly ground already,
Yeah.
not even whole bean.
Yeah.
But this coffee that we're having, like I go back and forth between subjects. You guys must think I'm definitely crazy.
This is trying to follow the conversation of two coffee addicts. It's like
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Now this thing is really bright.
Yeah.
Right now, with this roast level that we got, it's really bright. It has a nice acidity to it. It's juicy. It's citrus. It has, of course, some woody, but not in a bad way. Like elegant, notes. Some nice elegant. Hey.
You keep talking.
Swiper, don't swipe. Swiper, don't swipe.
I would love to. I've seen all your guys' comments coming through, and I feel like we've just kind of been distracted with everything that's going on. So we still have we still have 5 coffees to give away, and I would like to give these 5 away and do a little Q&A. We have Roastmaster Arturo here and young Rodrigo. We don't have a name for you yet, but we'll come up with one.
My name is Bobby.
And we got Bobby.
We got Bobby.
So if you guys have any coffee-related questions or Jungle Boy-related questions or anything, I'd love to open it up. I'll be in on the chat, and we'll go back and forth with giving coffee away and answering some questions.
I know. I saw a couple of questions around there, but it scrolls so
fast. I can pause it.
But no, you have. Okay, let's see. Well, what do we have?
Someone said it's shocking how much pesticide is in commercial coffee brands, which kind of brings me to the question of organic coffee.
Organic
kind
coffee.
of the whole
Oh man,
organic.
this is a big subject because we have a lot of people definitely asking if our coffee is sprayed or if our coffee uses pesticides and whatnot. And we can tell you 100% for sure that we are trying to buy the coffee from the farms that are as organic as possible. Organic certification is like a big mystery. It's like another commercial lever that people play, and sometimes it's just paying a fee.
We've been to we've been to a bunch of coffee farms, and we've only found 2 that we know for sure are organic. One was the Camarca, and you have to drive hours into the middle of the jungle to go to the indigenous Nobe tribe of
And
Panama
they just
to
have
get
so
it.
much. They just have so much. We've been
Right.
supporting them. We've been buying all of their coffee, and they wait for us. They've
Sure.
been waiting for us year after year because they like the way we treat them with respect. And also the price we're paying for the coffee is superior to the one they're being offered from all of the other people that sometimes don't even pay. But
The second organic that I
this-
want to talk about
Yeah.
is from a farm called Longboard, and he's here in town. His name's Justin, and he sells all of his coffee in the hundreds of dollars a pound for real organic coffee. And
we sold some of his coffee too. We were able to lock down a couple of lots, like 3 different lots,
Yeah.
and we sold them. If you remember, Slow Ride. What's the name?
why we had
Hang Loose.
road tripping.
Road Trippin'. What did we come up with these names, man?
I don't know. We must have been
It's like high on coffee. Just like
But basically, we have more research to do, but we've had a hard time. The amount of coffee farms that we've been able to find compared to the amount of coffee that's sold in the the amount of organic coffee farms that we've been able to find compared to the amount of organic coffee in the United States, just something's not adding up. And we have
But there's something called,
more
for
research
example,
to do.
Yeah, there's something called I've learned recently, and I want to share with everyone. Is called green label products. So green label products are products that are made with organic elements, but they are not to be for an organic certification.
Yeah.
So they are compostable, they are biodegradable, they're friendly with the ecosystem. For example, the people from Altieri. Remember, we've sold coffee from Altieri farm too a lot. They use only green label products, and this is very important because in some countries, like in China, for example, if you don't show them what type of products you use, they would not allow the coffee into the country.
I think the last thing I'll say about organic coffee is if you're buying organic coffee for $10, $12, $14 a pound, I would be highly skeptical that it's actually organic.
Yeah, because this is what happens, and we've seen this with the Comarca coffee. Justin confirmed it too. In another coffee farm that was organic, but they're no longer operating here in Boquete. this what happens is that when you go organic, you have less yield, and also because you're allowing some of the bugs go into the beans. If you do a proper selection process, you lose a lot of the product in the selection process, like density and whatnot. So, I mean, when you should be producing 10 pounds, you produce like 3 pounds of coffee.
Yeah, you lose
So
a ton. They talk about how much when these guys who do organic, they talk about how much they lose
They
because
lose
there's a
a
bug
lot.
called broca that penetrates right through the bean and eats it from the inside out.
Yeah, and a bunch of things more. So it's a name. It's the game is fighting the elements, and surviving and being relevant and being consistent. But most importantly for us is the ethical side of it. How they treat their people. How when you go to their farms and when you talk to people, do they look oppressed? Do they look do they look like they're malnourished? Is that a word, right?
Yeah. Do they give their workers suitable housing and pay and the whole deal?
Exactly. So when we see these type of farms, we always encourage relationships with them, and we're doing the best we can.
All right, now that we finished up the talk on organic coffee, it's time to give another coffee away.
Okay.
This one is La Higa Alpes from Janssen.
Uh-huh.
This coffee scored 93.75, 93, almost 94 points, and it's sold for $221 a pound.
Okay.
By the way, if you guys don't believe us, if you think, oh yeah, you're just making this stuff up, you can go to Best of Panama Coffee, and you can see the
SCAP Panama,
SCAP.
Specialty Coffee Association of Panama, SCAP Panama. And on the website, you can check all the information from the auction, not only this year, but on 2021, 2020, and so on.
You can see how much it went for, how much the coffee went for, and who bought it. And it's so funny because you have all these coffee names, all these legendary, epic coffee companies in Asia and in Japan and in Korea, and then you just have
the Morning Movement Coffee.
the Morning Movement.
It's right there.
3 times.
It's like you feel like one of those times you go to a landmark and you sign your name, sir. Arturo was here.
Yeah.
Jordan was here. The Morning Movement Coffee was here.
We tried to buy this coffee from Janssen, but it just got too
Yeah.
expensive. $221 a pound.
It got to reach for a taste, and we were going to be able to share less with people. So this was one of our profile coffee, but the good news is we ended up talking to the people from Janssen and buying some
Different
coffee, some different coffee from them. We're going to be launching soon too. So stay tuned for our next launch of a Janssen coffee that is really, really, really elegant.
Speaking of launching coffee soon, the winner of this coffee, get your keyboards ready. The people who win this coffee needs to answer this question. Whoever answers it first gets it. What is the name? Not so. Take the rare coffee sampler kit out of it. What is the name of the most recent coffee that we launched?
One, go.
Whoever types the name of the coffee in,
The most recent launch that we did, the most recent coffees out of the sampler kit.
We
got
somebody.
it. We have a winner,
Jen Girl,
Girl.
Blueberry Crisp.
Okay. You got it.
Jen Girl got it. It was Blueberry Crisp. It's a coffee that we just launched a few days ago. We actually brought it back for a second time.
Yeah.
It was our favorite coffee.
A new harvest, guys. This is very important because we bought it once and we sold it. We sold all of it. We get limited supplies. We never keep coffee. Let's keep this 200 pounds for next time. No, we always sell it all because we want it to be as fresh as possible. So, but this coffee on the following year, it was not just the same as the year before. I mean, in the descriptors, it was very similar, but it was like deep. These guys have been giving me a hard time because I use that descriptor.
Arturo's tasting notes.
Well, I have a question. What do you guys think? Is deep something that you find?
We sold the coffee, and the tasting notes that Arturo gave me were cherry syrup, winey, and deep.
Deep.
I'm like, Arturo, I don't know if this gives people a great understanding of what the coffee is going to be.
What do you guys think? Come on, lock me up here. Give me a little bit of a layaway. Tell us if you think that
Deep.
someone telling you something is deep in the mouthfeel experience, then you get an idea.
See, if you can put
If that
mouthfeel
connects-
experience in there, then that'd be good. But it just said deep.
Well, that's
What
it.
what flavor's deep?
It's not a flavor, but it's a mouthfeel. It's an experience. I would love to know what you guys think.
Let me just say, Jen Girl, send us an email, hello@themorningmovementcoffee.com, and we will send you the sample of Jansen Geisha Natural. I'm super excited to send that to you. But I don't want to tell the blueberry crisp.
See.
What?
I get it. Jen is saying, I get it. Some coffees are deeper
Deeper.
than others. There you go.
All right, you win.
I told you. Look. Deep equals rich to me. See? There you go. It
Deep.
means something.
Soul enriching.
Soul enriching. Hey, man.
right,
Who
you
is
win.
this? I want to know the person.
The next coffee we sell, I'm gonna put deep on there.
Healing nature girl, deep soul enriching. It is definitely something that's soul enriching. You know, it's like it's not something that is shallow.
Yeah.
It's something that has a structure to it.
The cool thing about where it gets those deep elements, or like where it comes from, is the blueberry crisp. They harvest it, and it's dried. Usually, coffee is just laid out in the sun to dry, but this one, it spent part of the drying process in a shipping container with dehumidifiers. The idea is that they can control the drying process.
It's like the Wonka.
Yeah, they dried it slowly.
She also wrote the Wonka.
Yeah.
But she could probably connect, you know, those two profiles.
Yeah.
The Wonka, a lot of people, we got lots of, you know, positive feedback on the Wonka, and the Wonka was also room slow dry process, which means exactly what you're explaining.
Yeah.
You know, a container, but for the Wonka, it was in most of its entirety. Drying process was slow dried, but the SL28 was just the final 2-3%.
The blueberry crisp.
The blueberry crisp, yes.
Yeah.
Right, we got a question for Arturo over here.
Second question, another question.
What is the difference between washed and natural?
Okay.
Oh, Arturo's excited for this. We should all just sit back
Boom,
and
boom, boom.
here you go,
Bum,
sir.
bum, bum. Camera 1, camera 2,
Action.
action. Okay. So, first, coffee is a fruit. When you harvest it, you want to bring it down from around 50% to 10% of humidity level inside of the bean. This is called the drying process. You may ask, why 10% and not 2% or 5% or completely no humidity? Because you need a little bit of humidity, so when you put it in your roasting pan or inside of the roaster, that bean can support the heat. If you don't have humidity, then it will just disintegrate, you know, like crumble. Okay, so when you have the coffee at 10%, you can say the coffee has been dried, and then goes to a number of other processes. But there are 3 main ways to dry the coffee, and that is with the whole skin, all the fruit outside. Sometimes it's red, sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's orange, sometimes it's pink, like a pink bourbon.
So you take the coffee fruit and then you put it out to dry.
Yeah, exactly. Can you hear me well?
Testing.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
All right. I think we're good.
Okay, we're good. So
Natural.
Natural means when you dry with the whole fruit, with the whole skin outside. And what this natural process does is that it takes longer because you have more skin to dry under the sun or in mechanical dryers or in patio drying. Now, when it takes a longer time, the bean inside, the seed, acquires or absorbs all the properties of flavor of the middle skin and the outer
It
skin.
like sucks up all the sugars.
It's like imagine raisins, imagine cranberries, you know, sun dried. You know, it shrinks. But in this case, we have a seed inside that is sensitive to what is surrounding the bean. So the natural process is usually more complex and fruity. Now, and I know a lot of people don't care much for fruity notes in their coffee, but I do prefer complexity, even fermented processing, which is another video, another story, another live. But the natural process is basically that.
The blueberry crisp, we talked about the blueberry crisp. The blueberry crisp is a natural process.
It's a natural process. That's what you have.
Hence the blueberries. Hence
The blueberries, yeah, it comes really, you know, forward. Now, we have on the other end, we have the wash process. And the wash process is when you put the coffee through the pulping machine, You take it, remove the skin, the outer skin, then you put it in water for approximately 72 hours, 48 hours, depending on the average temperature of the farm. And then a little fermentation process helps you remove something called mucilage, which is like a slimy coat around the bean. And that slimy coat contains all the natural sugars. You remove that.
So you strip the whole fruit down to just the bean.
And there, no, not just the bean. There's another protective layer outside called the parchment. And this parchment protects the bean. But it is like papery. It's like a parchment. It doesn't add or takes away any flavors to the bean. This process is very, very fast, or faster than the other ones, because you have less skin on the way of the drying process.
If you go to a grocery store, almost 99% of the time, all that coffee is going to be washed.
Yes.
Because it's faster, it's cheaper, it's easier. It's what makes coffee taste like coffee. It's the chocolate, it's the cacao, it's the roasted nuts.
Now I have to make sure that you guys get something straight. There are other elements too that I must say traditional coffee, because there are other elements. For example, on the sampler kit, you will find a Pacamara wash. You know,
The Pacamara.
The Pacamara wash, man, that coffee was so special because it didn't taste like Pacamara at all. It had some jasmine, some flower notes there, white flowers that are usually more common to geisha. But you can see the bean right there, and it confirms it is a Pacamara.
That's what makes these coffees that we're giving away so special. And that's what
Yeah.
makes them 50,
They're
100,
different.
200, $500 a pound.
Exactly. So that is the main difference between natural and wash process. And then you have something, as a bonus answer, you have something in between called honey process. And the honey process is something that is a little bit sweeter than the wash, but not as complex as the natural. And that means that you remove the outer skin and you leave the mucilage or the middle skin on, and when it dries, it acquires a goldenish yellow color that people relate to honey, of course.
Speaking of washed and natural, time to give away a Geisha Natural. This is from Luna de Marzco.
Luna de Marzo.
Luna de Marzo.
It's moon
Oh,
of
there's not a
March.
C, that's an O.
Yeah.
Moon of March from Berlina Estates.
Berlina.
This coffee sold for $90.50 a pound. It scored 91.75. How do you want to give this one away? I don't have any ideas for this one.
Okay, so this coffee, can I talk a little bit about it?
Talk about it.
Okay, so this coffee, Luna de Marzo, comes from a farm that they recently opened a coffee shop in town, and it was actually someone that Rodrigo was competing against in the drip in the espresso competition. Yeah, their baristas were there and they did an amazing job. If they ever see this video, but we got to the top 5 too. Rodrigo was in like the 5th place, and they were in like 3rd place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
third.
these kids did a great job. Again, it's just part of the coffee community, you know, like everyone has something to offer, right? So yeah, so this coffee, I want to ask another question.
Is that how far? I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Okay.
I don't even know if
okay.
I'm gonna know it.
We had one legacy question, right? I have a second legacy question.
All right. So whoever types this in first wins this coffee, Luna de Marzo.
Luna de Marzo for
Prepare
the-
yourself.
Okay. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What was the variety of the first coffee that we sold
my
as a joint venture? Let's see who
Can I-
remembers.
Can I type it?
No, you can't.
Oh, come on.
But it was
No,
two
it-
varieties.
No, yeah, it was 2, but was the main one there? What we wanted to really share with people. Let's see. Someone, watch the answer. Yeah, don't say it. Hey,
All right. But do they have to say both of those?
No, Arabica.
Arabica. So
no, not house blend.
Come on.
Variety.
Heirloom, nope. House
All right,
blend,
come on.
nope.
This one is difficult.
Katwai, nope.
No, Catula, no.
House blend. Geisha.
Geisha, Giselle, you got it, Giselle. Carteret.
Giselle Carteret sent an email to hello@themorningmovementcoffee.com. You are the winner of Luna de Marzo. We should talk about Geisha a little bit. All this coffee that we're giving away is Geisha Natural. Geisha is a coffee that is the most famous here in Panama.
It's-
Panamanian geisha is the thing.
It's a
like-
brand. It's a brand itself. If you see the labels here, you will see a little logo there. That's the brand of Panama Geisha. Geisha is a variety. I'm glad you asked.
Here we go.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Geisha is a variety that grows originally in the Hesha mountain region in Ethiopia. So, Rodrigo, you want to tell them?
All the coffee in the world comes from there, from Ethiopia.
From Ethiopia, yeah. But Rodrigo, come on. Let's see if that
Oh, I feel
time
Let's see
nervous.
the- let's
I
see
feel
it.
nervous.
when you were working
I feel the
at the coffee
pressure.
shop, if you learned something, because I know this was something that you actually took a step further and printed out. Do you remember any of that? How did it happen?
By-
How was geisha discovered? Come on. Show us your worthiness
I'm
in the
nervous.
coffee. Come on.
I'm scared.
There's only 500 people watching.
Come
right?
on,
the
Rodrigo.
pressure. I
Come
feel
on,
the
Rodrigo.
pressure. I'm scared. I'm scared.
All right.
I'll interview you.
So this, come on. So this geisha variety was brought out of Ethiopia in 1933 by an explorer called Richard Wally, and it was brought in Panama around the 70s by the Ministry of Agriculture. Before Francisco Serracin, another producer here that already passed away, but his son is also working in the coffee industry, and he's he was one also of my teachers in the roasting process. But Francisco Serracin knows very well what I'm talking about. He was the first one to bring the seeds to plant it in his farm, and then the Ministry of Agriculture brought it to distribute among the producers. So geisha is known as the queen of coffee. Why? Because this variety is not just very unique, but it's the holder of most of the high scores, high price. When you go to the auctions of different countries,
It's always at the top.
It's always at the top. If it's not the winner, if it's not the first place, it's always between the top 3. So it's a very, very high end, very good quality. So it's the queen of
The
coffee.
thing about it is it kind of tastes. It's kind of tea. It's tea-like. It tastes like. It has a lot of tea notes. Like jasmine is the classic note in geisha, and a lot of people drink it and they're like, I don't get it because it's tastes weak or light. And especially if you brew it in a coffee, Mr. Coffee, you might not get the full experience. But there's a lot of people in a lot of markets that are trying to get their hands on geisha all the time.
Hey Rodrigo, we have a fan here. Sunny Lee says, Bobby, you're so adorable, standing over there and reading the screen. I'm finding it difficult to pay attention to Arturo. You are so cute.
Send an email to thejungleboy@gmail.com, and Rodrigo is single and ready to mingle.
Well, we would have to see Sunny Lee's. I don't know if she's 20, 30, 40. Send us another message and see if you're at his radar, his range.
Let's see.
We're on a mission.
While we do that, this is probably the one that I'm most excited about to give away.
Woo!
Oh wait, can I
Let's
have
go.
This coffee. So I'm sure a lot of you guys watch Kaylee and my videos, and we live on a little and Rodrigo. We all live on a little farm, and all around us is one of the most famous coffee farms in the world, and it's called Finca Esmeralda.
They were the ones that basically got the geisha variety name out there back in 2003. So from there, it just went crazy, all over the farms in Panama, all over farms in Central America. Everybody started going after the geisha. So that was in 2003.
And what makes this one really special is Rodrigo hasn't had a bathroom for 3 years, so he's been using the coffee trees. He goes to the bathroom on the coffee trees in Finca Esmeralda. So this is fertilized by Rodrigo.
George, don't say that. Come on. With the Coffee Call in the Morning movement, and then you go ahead and tell this story. You want to kill the company?
But seriously, this coffee is from Finca Esmeralda. These guys, we look at this coffee every single day. It surrounds us, and it is some of the most famous coffee in the world. This coffee sold for $603 per pound. It scored 95.5 points.
95.5. So it's
95.5 points.
that was higher than the one that we had before. That was $1,200, but this one was higher
In
the
score.
score. In score. And sold for
$603.
All right, so you have it ready? 5,
Do you have the question?
4. No, you haven't.
I don't have it yet.
Yeah, come on.
Rodrigo, you got one?
I'm gonna ask a question that we gave the answer maybe 30 minutes ago.
Have your keyboards ready. Whoever types this in first gets the sample from Finca Esmeralda, specially fertilized by Rodrigo.
What is the best way to drink coffee?
Whoever types it in first.
Go.
We talked about earlier. Isn't it to make coffee? To drink coffee? To drink coffee. All right. Whoever types in first is getting the Esmeralda. However you like it.
However you like it. You
Rebecca.
got Rebecca Zembrowski.
The best way to make coffee, the best way to drink coffee is however you like it. And I hope Rebecca Zamborski, I hope you make this however you like it. But if you are looking for some recommendations, I really recommend you do a pour over. And you do it however you want. But if you want to have a full experience, I'm a big pour over guy. If you don't have a pour over like this, if you don't have a drip maker, go for a French press. That's probably second best.
Okie dokie.
Somebody was asking before in the comments, like where to get good equipment or the right stuff to brew coffee. What do you have to say about that?
See, I would tell them to go to themorningmovementcoffee.com, but the problem is we're totally sold out. So
Oh.
we've placed an order to get more brewing equipment, especially with the opening of the roastery.
Can you write it like in a waiting list? Is
for all that stuff. It might take too long, so we're gonna get some stuff up on our website. All the stuff that we recommend in the middle of December. So if you need some coffee gear, middle of December we'll have it. But I'm sorry, we sold out of all of our brewing gear. But I do recommend you get a Burr grinder like this. Burr hand grinder is the cheapest. If you want electric, it's probably going to be at least $300, and you get a coffee scale. Those are kind of like the first two things, and then get a dripper like this. You could get your whole setup probably maximum $150. That could get you in the game at making some really, really good coffee. You obviously don't need everything. You don't need a grinder of this quality either. You can take it one step at a time, one piece of equipment at a time. We have two more to give away, and then I think we should wrap this up. So if you guys want to hang out for the next like 5 or 10 minutes, we're gonna give these 2 coffees away, and I think we're gonna be on our way. We got a cow on our farm, and we have some goats,
And I have a wife that is waiting for me with lunch. And she
Wait.
said she's giving it away at a certain time, whether I'm there or not.
I think she was not able to make lunch because Arturo
I
has
took
her
the
pen.
So
He took the
I
pen.
said, honey, today we're eating sandwiches.
let me get something up here. We've been talking a lot about our blueberry crisp coffee. So I want to give one of these samples to the person who ordered a blueberry crisp. So if you have ordered a blueberry crisp during this live stream, you're going to get one of these samples. I'm just need to look for it first.
All right. We're surfing through it. So
If you have an order, go ahead and place order right now.
All right, we
Get
got it right here.
we got it. It's
Hold on. Rebecca
Gilling.
Gillig.
Yeah, you have to be on the live.
Gillig.
Let's see.
If
Say
you're
hi.
on the live, you are going to get this sample of Geisha Elixir Santa Maria. You can tell how excited Arturo is. Do you want to tell him about this coffee?
Okay, Geisha Elixir is from the Santa Maria family. And these guys have been doing so great in the last
Oh, we froze.
3-4 years. So they have been growing. They have been getting, better practices, advice, improving, pushing their product. Actually, Edwin Santa Maria was one of my judges at the Brewers Cup competition. Do you remember?
I remember that guy.
Yeah. So
He's the
Edwin-
one who got you. Oh, she's here, Rebecca.
Rebecca, you're there,
yeah.
Gilling. Pour over coffee.
Rebecca, send us an email at hello at themorningmovementcoffee.com, and we're going to send you this sample of coffee that sold for $152 at the auction, $94 an hour.
From the Santa Maria family with love. And last but not least, we have this one that is 92 points. It was sold for almost $100, $99.50 a pound. and we have it's from Automar. Automar is by this very famous staple coffee man here in the area. They call him Iron Man.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
His name is Roberto Brenes. Roberto Brenes, and he is a very thorough guy, very technical, down to detail. You guys will have a great coffee experience with this sample. It's Aromatish Geisha Natural, and it comes from Roberto Brenes with love for all of you.
Before we give this away, I just want to say thank you to all you guys who have hung around on this live stream with us. Those of you guys that have roasted coffee with us, whether you're roasting at home or you bought one of the roast kits and you're going to do it later or whatever. Just thank you guys for coming on here, letting us talk the coffee talk. And something that I was really excited for is for you guys to get the full Arturo experience, because in a lot of our videos, it's like just a couple sentences, and Arturo will, we'll be like making a video and he'll be talking about something and he'll give this beautiful, elaborate like description on, I remember we were doing an interview and I was just like, what are the tasting notes of this coffee? And then I hit the record button and he was still talking 10 minutes later. And like, I would love to use that whole thing.
Section.
But
But
sometimes it's just, you can't use the whole thing. Sometimes it's just a couple sentences. But I'm
uh,
excited that Arturo could talk his romantic coffee talk and you guys could get a sense of it. Because seeing someone in their passion.
It is who we are, It is what we love doing, and we think about a lot of people here. You know this. I have a bunch of a lot of the comments that you guys printed for me.
Yeah.
I have them on my wall, and I read them when I'm roasting, when I'm working. It's a really 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 special motivation for keep on doing what you love doing.
Yeah. So we just want to say we love you guys. Thank you all for coming.
And are you gonna give this one away or not?
I'm gonna have one. We're gonna have one last question. So get your keyboards ready for this last sample of coffee. A lot of you guys should know the answer to this one. The question is.
The question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What is the date that the roastery is opening in Stowe, Vermont? Whoever types that in first is going to get this sample of amazing coffee. I'm sure one of you guys will get it quick.
Oh,
Just-
this guy typed it in.
This one?
No. He didn't
Wait,
say
wait, wait.
before.
Let's.
Well, actually, after you make
This
the
one.
question, this one.
Okay.
Nana, chill.
Good luck pronouncing that.
Okay,
Nana
Chick- Hey,
Chikalizizi.
Daisy. Nana, chill
Nana, that's-
Daisy.
it's just Nana.
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 Hey, Nana.
Hey,
Send
Nana.
us an email so we can get in touch with you and get your address and so on. We love you guys. It has been a blast. Thank you for being patient with us. Thank you for not
Leaving.
leaving. We love you guys with our hearts.
If any of you guys didn't get one of these samples and you want to try them, we bought 3 lots of this amazing coffee. It's available up on our website, themorningmovementcoffee.com. We have super limited amount. We're definitely going to sell out, but it's a sample kit of 3 of the best coffees in the world. We've put it together. We've done a little write-up. There's a little letter in there as well explaining how special it is. If you want to try it, go to themorningmovementcoffee.com. It's available for pre-order, but we will sell out.
We love you guys. Hope to see you soon. Maybe you can find your way to the roastery on December 1st. Hope we don't have like an avalanche,
A blizzard.
a blizzard.
We would love to give you guys hugs. We'd love to serve you coffee, and we'd love to just hang out with you guys too. So
Jordan and Kaylee are going back, so they're gonna be there for you guys. I wish I could be there, but unfortunately I don't have a U.S. visa.
we're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it, but I will be there as soon as possible to probably meet some of you guys and shake your hands and talk about coffee all you want. All right?
So we hope to see you guys. Thank you for coming on the live stream. We love you.
We have someone wants to say goodbye.
Sadie is way past overdue her nap.
Kaylee's been being an amazing mom like usual and just like occupying her through this whole time. The idea was for her to be a part of it, but it's just sometimes if you guys have kids, you kind of know how it goes.
100%.
Ah.
I just want to personally say thank you guys for all your love, all your support. It was so fun, watching this and just planning this whole thing to do with you guys. And yeah, we're so excited for all the things that are coming.
We love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys on the next one, all right?
We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye. Say.
Bye, Sadie. Say bye.